Hey guys! First of all, I just want to really apologise for the lighting today because the sun's in a really weird position because it's kind of half raining and half not. So, sorry about that. But today I'm going to be responding to a video that Sage uploaded, and it really made me think about a lot of thoughts, so I thought I'd share it with you. Her video was entitled Ugly is Okay, and it brought so many thoughts. So, first of all, it's just really interesting the fact that society has this obsession with being beautiful, and that's sort of the comparison that she was making, the fact that you don't always have to be beautiful. And I just found it really interesting because in some ways, you know, there's lots of different ways of being beautiful, and I think one of the ways that we feel more compelled to be beautiful is the fact that happiness is seen as a beautiful feeling, and the fact that obviously it feels very good to be happy. But I think the fact that we often get sort of tied up in being happy doesn't mean that sadness isn't, you know, an emotion that you have to feel as well, and doesn't necessarily mean that sadness isn't beautiful in its own way. I mean, otherwise I don't think you'd have all these poets, you know, making, you know, all that they can out of it. There's definitely things you can derive from all these feelings, but that doesn't mean one is good, and you know, you shouldn't feel the other just because it's not, you know, especially the face of sadness, because obviously sadness compared to, you know, the face of a happy person compared to a sad person, I mean, I guess you could compare it from, you know, someone who looks beautiful because they're so happy, compared to someone who could look like quite a mess because, you know, they're dealing with quite a lot. But that doesn't mean that sadness isn't beautiful, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't feel those feelings just because they're not, you know, attractive or desirable as such, because you can learn so much from all these feelings, and that's so important. I guess it kind of suggests that you have to be likeable, I guess, because often being beautiful is linked with being likeable, and therefore you don't necessarily have to do something to be liked, and I think that's almost what it's getting at in some ways. Like, you don't have to be something or do something just because you want other people to like you. And I think that's quite interesting because, as you know, from all the experience that I have, I think everyone likes beautiful things, but that doesn't mean that you can't like things that aren't stereotypically beautiful. I mean, you know, there's so much that can be derived from art that looks like a complete mess as well. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not beautiful, but then I guess the whole point is does it have to be beautiful? I mean, I think it's just a really interesting question, I think, like, do things have to be beautiful? And I think that's just more because we lean more towards liking things that are beautiful and, you know, that are more attractive. But that doesn't mean that things that aren't considered attractive or beautiful aren't worthy, and I think that's just really important. You don't have to do things just because they look good, or, you know, I think it's more about appearances, I think. Do what feels right and not what is considered to be right by society standards. I think that's basically the message here. So, thank you so much for watching. Sage's channel is really cool. I don't know if I already shouted it out, but her video is up there in that corner. Definitely go check it out. And also, I should be uploading a collab with Sage, I think, hopefully, next week. It's not probably what you think when you think about collab, but I'm really, really excited because, you know, we've worked pretty hard on it, so it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Also today, Liz put up the first video for our collab channel, and you can check out that video right in that corner as well. I'm so excited to dive into this collab channel, and I am going to really enjoy it, so hopefully you can join us too. Also, I'd love to hear what you think on this subject, obviously. Like, do things have to be beautiful? And what do you think about the word ugly? Like, I don't really think it has very good connotations, but does that mean that you can't like something if it's ugly? Are things really ugly? Woo! I'd love to hear what you think. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time doing what you're doing, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!